When patients first come into treatment, they're usually extremely nervous. It's a big step for them to take to come in. They've made this decision to come in and they don't know what to expect. They might be physically unwell because of what they have or haven't taken on the day that they've come in. And just walking into the unknown, I think, can be quite nerve-wracking for people. And very often the nurses, we're not the first people they see, but probably we're the first people that they deal with. And so greeting them and trying to make them feel as at home as possible is one of the most important parts of our role for new people. Castlecraig is beautiful when you get to know it. The grounds are beautiful and it's like a lovely old stately home. But this can be perhaps a little bit too grand for some people. It looks quite imposing when you drive up the hill. But hopefully once they meet the staff and they see that we're really down to earth and friendly, we explain that no one's going to judge them. Everybody's in the same boat at Castlecraig. Even some of the staff have a background where they themselves were once victims of the disease of addiction. No one's going to judge them. We'll make them feel at home. The community will welcome them in. One wonderful thing about Castlecraig is the community of patients. It's like a moving feast, and more people come in and people leave to go down to extended care unit or to go home. And so it's changing all the time, but all the time it's positive. All the time there's people trying to help other people and support them. It's a very equal community because everybody has this thing in common. So once we get people in and we go through the usual thing, I always say to people, your first day's the worst because you don't know what to expect, and the nurses see the patients and the doctor sees the patients, the psychiatrist sees them. We show them round. We usually get a patient to show them round. We say it's a mentor really for the first day, and they'll show them round all the rooms downstairs, where to find the toilets, where the fire exit is, where to go to eat, where you can make a cup of coffee, a cup of tea for yourself, where to relax, where the medical centre is, and so on. And often some patients want to even then go to their room and hide for a little while. But really the best thing is to try and get people to come down and mix in the community, even if they sit quietly with the other patients in the living room. And in no time at all, it starts to become familiar. I sometimes say to people, it's like when you go on holiday, when you first turn up at a place, you don't know where anything is, you're not sure whether you made the right choice to come here. And then after a couple of days, you start discovering better and better things about it. The place is bigger than you thought. There's much more positive things going on and all around you than you thought. And by the end of a week or 2 weeks, you really regret leaving because it's become so familiar to you. And it can be a bit like that at Castlecraig. After a week or so, you'll feel as though you've been here for a long time and you'll feel part of the community.